is your basic fillet of salmon with the skin on. It's very important that the skin is on the salmon. I've got some slices of lemon, and I cut them into half-moon slices. I'll show you why in a minute. And some slices of garlic, some salt and pepper, a little dry dill. But you can season this with many different things. That's just what I had here today that I felt like using. And what we're going to do is we're going to be broiling the salmon in a certain technique that I've worked up, and I find that it really makes a delicious piece of salmon because we're going to be broiling it, the skin side up to the broiler flame, and it's going to create a very crispy skin. It's going to cook the salmon from the skin down, and the salmon itself, the flesh side, will never really be directly to the flame. So it's very tender, but it's moist from the fats going down from the skin through the salmon. So let me show you what I mean. First, when you're using a stainless steel pan, which I recommend, don't use non-stick for this because it's really too high of a heat for non-stick. So we take the stainless steel pan, and I'm just going to put it on the burner here just for a minute or so, just to heat it up, because it's very important that with stainless steel, if you get the pan hot, then it really reduces any sticking. So we've got everything here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly take out the salmon, and I'm going to just pat it dry for a second. And we're going to just put some salt and pepper on it. So just a little bit of sprinkling of salt, just by eye to get an idea. Nice, generous amount of pepper. Okay. And then I'm just going to put the salmon there for a moment. I'm going to take the pan that's now heated up. We're going to take a little bit of olive oil and put it down in the pan. And don't forget, it is a hot pan. Then what I do is I take the garlic and I just lay it down. The whole idea is we're going to be putting it sort of upside down. So the garlic and the lemon is going to go down here, and it's going to be in direct contact with the flesh of the salmon. But the salmon itself and the pan are not going to be under direct heat. Only the skin of the salmon will be under direct heat. So I've just put down the garlic, the lemon, and I'm going to put some of this dried dill, because dill and salmon go really well together. Then I'm going to take the salmon flesh side, and I'm going to just place it right on top of all this. And that way, everything is sitting up off the pan surface. Then I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of oil on the top of the skin. Doesn't really need much. A little bit of salt and pepper on top of the skin. Not everybody may eat it, but salmon skin, when it's cooked nice and crisp especially, can be very delicious and is good for you. So, all prepared to go. Took 2 minutes. Now all we do is we put this into the oven very close to the broiler. Turn it on broil and close it up. So we're back now, and it's actually been 6 minutes that since I put it in the oven, it was a cold oven, and I turned it on when I put it in. And this is an important time in cooking for me when I'm using my sense of smell. I really can smell that the skin is starting to cook quite well. So at the moment, with 6 minutes having gone by, what you can see, hopefully, is that the skin is very crispy and bubbly. And what's most important is that the raw color of the salmon has gone away and the flesh has cooked all the way up to the skin. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for it to be cooked without actually touching the flame. Please don't forget that you have a very hot pan that has been under a very hot broiler. So what I do at this point is two things. I first take, and I love that you can take the skin, and once again, some people will eat it, but you can take the skin and it just lifts right off. You can put it on the side of the plate if somebody wants the skin. And if it's not cooked quite enough, you can just stick it back in the oven for a short bit and it will get completely crispy. Then what you do is you simply take and put your spatula underneath the salmon, and you can take it and you can just flip it right onto the plate. And there you go. So now you've got a beautifully cooked piece of salmon. There's nothing that's raw about it. It's fully cooked, but it has not had any flame. All you see here now is some of the dill with the salt and pepper, but otherwise very, very tender. Let me grab, a fork, and let's flake it open so you can see that it's cooked, it's flaky. I don't personally like to overcook the salmon. I like it to be just done. Where it flakes, you can see it just flaking very nicely, but it is fully cooked. And that's how you make crispy skin salmon. You can do it in under 10 minutes, and you can have a quick meal after work. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.